What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the reaction channel. It's good to see ya. I know you might be like, Ryan, what happened? You've been gone for like a week and a half. Well, I was sick. I got an upper respiratory tract infection, which was awful, and I had 104 fever for like 3 days, and I had to go to urgent care, and I had to take this nasty medicine, but I've been good. I feel much better, and I can return to the reaction channel, which hopefully is good news for you guys watching. I missed you, and hope you're doing well. And we're going to get back to part 2 of the Ghosted series that I owe you guys. This is, can these exes recover from this huge betrayal? MTV Ghosted. Some content that we love on this channel, and if you haven't watched this show, you're in for a treat because it's pretty dang good. As always, thumbs up the video if you don't mind. Also, just for me being alive, because the one night when I took my temperature and it was 104, I was like, that's not great. Okay, that's not ideal. But everything worked out, so thumbs up for living and being healthy. As always, anything you'd like to comment throughout the video related to the video or anything helps me out a ton. I said this before, I'll say it again. This channel got suspended last month for no reason, and then they reinstated it because they literally said, oops, sorry about that. And it took my channel out of search and results for the most part. So the channel has kind of halted. So if you could help me out with a like and a comment, it goes a long way. And if you haven't subscribed yet, boom, hit the subscribe button. It does a little thing. It shimmers, makes a little, I don't know, it glimmers and shimmers. So please do that. And without further being said, let's get on with the episode. Ghosted. Love Gone Missing. For all of my T Mills fans out there, this one is for you.
What?
On this episode of Ghosted, Love Gone Missing,
I guess I could take the closed captions off. There you go.
Travis and Rachel are helping Ross figure out why his girlfriend of 6 months up and left with no warning.
Uh-oh.
You met at this event, Tinderella. What is that?
It's a
Tinderella. Oh, please tell me he met at a Tinder party. That's already not the greatest sign, but...
millennial dating game. They put all of our profiles on the projector. It was like me, this other nondescript dude, and
That sounds like a nightmare. You go to a party, your picture and profile is on a projector, and people get to real life swipe on you? Oh my god, that's like real life anxiety for me.
then a really hot guy. So, you know, she picked him. His name's Brian.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
get a chance to get her number. We did lock eyes. So I said, like, in my head, like, I'm not giving up. I did get in touch with the guy who runs Tinderella and
Okay, already a little bit of a creepy start here from Ross, who does look like his name. He looks like a Ross. He's already telling us that he was not picked by this girl, and then he got in contact to find the information of that girl. That's a little creepy. So maybe that's why this happened, and maybe she went for Brian.
has the email list. So yeah, I got her email.
What did the email say?
Hey, Jordan, I don't know if you remember me, but do you think that we could go
Hey, I don't know if you remember me. You swiped left on me in person.
get coffee?
And what was her response?
Her response was yes.
What happens on the
Okay,
first
shoot or
date?
shoot.
I wined and dined her.
Okay.
Yes.
How long were you dating?
About 6 months.
All right, so after the first date, you guys were hanging out constantly.
It felt like the first date just continued. And she was just like really special. She's the first girl I ever fell in love with.
Okay. What did I say? Cute boy. Spelling boy B-O-I. I'm sorry. It's just bizarre to me.
So when you said it, she said it back.
Yeah.
It was reciprocated.
Yeah, it was.
So things seem to be going well, but Ross kept a big part of his life from Jordan.
Did she ever go to one of your stand-up shows?
No.
She's never been to one of your stand-up shows.
Because it's kind of like emasculating when you bomb. I mean, I always do have this complex of, yeah, she said she was cool with like me being a comedian, but it's also not a steady job.
Anything else you want to add, Ross?
She's kind of experienced. Jordan is actually openly bisexual, and I'm kind of just half a virgin still. I'm just
Half a virgin? What does that mean? How are you half a virgin?
Like kind of plain. No one really called me daddy.
Did she call you daddy?
She did, yeah.
What show is this? What show am I watching? What does this have to do? What is going on?
Yeah.
How did she respond to that?
I said, yeah, I'm your daddy.
Oh,
I just
no.
lost my train of thought.
We could have maybe edited that part out. I don't think I need to hear Ross say that ever again.
We all did, Travis. We all did. Anyway,
Get away
back to the
from that
ghosting. What happened?
It was a normal day. She
I'm starting to understand why she might have ghosted him here, to be honest. It's hard for me to feel bad right now.
was getting out of class around 6. I texted her, and she usually texts me back right away. I noticed she still hasn't texted back. And then I called her, and it went straight to voicemail.
Uh-oh. Also, I want to say that T-Mill's quaff is really quaffing today. Already looks like a tall guy. He's probably about 6'2", 6'3". He's about 6'5" with that little pliff right there. You can tell he really shampoos and takes care of his hair there.
And then I looked on her
Social media.
I realized she blocked me.
Uh-oh.
And so then I started racking my brain of like.
Did you guys get in a
she just
fight
dropped
or
me.
anything before that?
No. If we did, I wouldn't have called you guys.
How else have you tried to reach out to her? What about mutual friends?
It's kind of weird to say, but like I didn't really meet many of her friends. I'm always either working or doing comedy. And the time that we had together was basically just us alone and talking about our friends and family. She was like really private about that stuff too.
6 months? They did it for 6 months? They never met any of each other's friends? That's a little bit weird.
Because her dad abandoned her when she was young.
With little info and a lot of questions, Travis and Rachel dig into Jordan's social media for clues.
Hold on, there's this girl, Holly, that keeps tagging August 27th, which is 3 days after she ghosted Ross.
Yeah.
Tagged
I
herself
love the dude in the background.
August 27th,
This is exactly how I
which
would
is
be.
3 days after she ghosted
I always say
Ross.
this in the, look at this dude right here. I mean, he's just hard watching. But how could you not? There's, TV show with a giant iPad.
Tagged herself with Jordan. She lives in New York City.
All right,
They
Holly.
do seem like they're good friends. Maybe Holly can tell
If
us
she was
something.
with her on the 27th,
He's back. Look at him.
she had to know what she was going through.
Yep. We should
I
message
mean,
her.
my guess initially is maybe she found out that he kind of stalked her to get her information. Like maybe the dude from Tinderella. Ugh. See, here's the thing. I would have just made that up. I would have just made something else up. Say we met at the beach or something. If you met someone that you're dating at Tinderella, a real life Tinder event, good for you that you met, and then never mention it again. You could never get that information out of me. But maybe she found out that he kind of went the creepy route to find her. That's my initial guess.
Hi, guys. I'm no longer friends with Jordan. We had a falling out.
And once they get Holly on the
Jordan
phone,
got beef with
she
everybody.
raises way more questions
Jordan
than she
got-
answers.
How long have you guys been best friends?
Since like the beginning of college.
Okay.
So like 2 or 3 years.
So you've known her while she dated Ross.
Who's Ross?
Oh no.
Bruh.
If I'm Ross watching this, this episode, right, like if they show me this, I'm over it at that point. I'm over it. Who's Ross? The best friend who was best friends with her at the time? You're dating for 6 months. You've never mentioned your boyfriend, your best friend. It's a wrap. It's over. She doesn't want to be with you. My thought is like the fact that she went for the quote unquote hotter dude in the beginning, that guy Brian, and Ross was like didn't take no for an answer. Maybe she's with Brian. Maybe she felt like she was too good for this Ross guy. I don't know, but that's not good.
Wow.
Okay, that says a lot.
That's not good.
You've never heard of Ross.
No, who's that?
Oh, that's
So let
horrible.
me ask you about another name you mentioned. Since you've never
When you
heard
get hit with the who?
of a Ross, you
And you're not an
mentioned
owl?
a McKenna. Who's McKenna?
It was the girl that Jordan was seeing for a little bit.
Oh
Do you
no,
I mean,
he
I
got
don't know
played.
if they're still together. Like I said, I haven't talked to them in a while, but yeah.
So she had a girlfriend at the same time she was having the boyfriend.
When did they start dating?
Probably like a month or 2 before our falling out.
Was that this year?
Yeah.
Finally, Travis and Rachel get in touch with Jordan herself.
ghost.
Who keeps the reason for her disappearance vague.
I had a really good reason for ghosting him.
Uh-oh.
So that's really all I have to say about
Look,
that.
you don't need to tell us. That can be
You don't need to tell us. Tell the entire world on MTV's Ghosted.
totally between you two. We just want to know if you're open to sitting down with him.
Uh-oh.
Ross has kind of been left in the dark.
Okay, fine.
Now it's time for these exes to come face to face.
Here we go. The confrontation. I love it. This is my favorite thing. First of all, his eye contact with her is strong. It's just got to be so awkward just sitting there like that. Especially like if you're her, you blocked this dude you were dating on all social media, and then MTV of all places gets you together in a white studio room where they're gonna make it black and white. Like it's just an incredible amount of anxiety here. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, Jordan.
Uh-oh.
So it's a weird whole situation, but I was desperate, obviously. And the way that I felt about you was pretty clear. I loved you.
Oh.
You know, you're like the one girl that I actually wanted to grow old with. Whatever.
Uh-oh, wait a second. Okay, I did not expect tears.
Best flaws, like I like them like the most, and yeah. In my heart, I still feel for you, obviously, but then like I hear that you're in another relationship already with a girl named McKenna.
Oh, there's McKenna. All right. McKenna kind of looks like she's from like England for the 1700s.
And then I heard you have another friend named Holly. You have a best friend that I didn't know about.
Who?
Why were you hiding me? Were you like embarrassing me or something?
I just want to like start out by saying I really, really loved you. I mean, you were like my first real boyfriend.
Okay, now I'm going to stop right there. I really, really loved you. We dated for 6 months, then I ghosted you. Blocked you. Because to me, like, okay, I think people will say the term ghosting a lot. I think if somebody's talking to you or you're chatting for a couple days and then it just kind of goes to the wayside and you guys stop responding, I don't think that's ghosting. I think the actual term for ghosting is like you're everything's going great. Maybe you're supposed to meet up, this or this, and then you block them on everything. That's what going ghost to me means. Like you don't exist anymore. They don't exist, right? I think that the term ghosting, like there are people that be like, you ghosted that person. She ghosted him. And all it was like, oh yeah, they just didn't respond to your text. It's like, well, that just happens. Sometimes things just go that way. This is legit ghosting. So to say I loved you, but I didn't have the decency to text you, to call you, to tell you what's going on, I'm already wondering what this is about. On old Jordan here. Also, the falling out with her best friend Holly. The side relationship with McKenna. It's not looking good for Jordan here.
You were like funny, and I mean, you always made me laugh. I was really in it. Like I was ready to be in it for the long haul. Yeah, I dated a girl named McKenna months after you and I ended.
Okay.
So it didn't have anything to do with you. We're not together anymore.
Okay, good. Why did Holly not know who I was?
And Holly, drama always kind of follows her. I didn't want it to like mess with our relationship at all. I mean, I connected with you and I shared with you more than I literally told anyone. I told you about my dad and you knew about all of that stuff, that he wasn't in my life, that he walked out when I was 4. And I don't really like talking about that.
Okay, this is all good, but let's go. I want to know. She said she has a good reason to ghost this guy. The dad stuff, I get all that, right? But if that's not the reason, let's get it going here.
It really is hard for me. So the fact that I was even able to talk to you about that was really a huge step for me. I mean, I was falling so hard for you.
What is?
But I trusted you.
Uh-oh.
You broke that trust.
Uh-oh. Hold on. What's going on here?
The real reason I ghosted you was because the stuff you were saying about me was honestly so disrespectful.
Huh?
Bruh.
What?
What? I don't recall ever disrespecting you.
Are you kidding me?
Oh no. She's mad. Okay, here's my guess. Let's see if I'm right. either someone she knows or she was at one of his comedy shows without him knowing. They reported back to him saying his bit was about you. Then that would be why he didn't invite her to the comedy shows, not because he was embarrassed of bombing, but because maybe she was a part of his act. Okay, let me cook. I think I just made some sort of delicious soup, maybe like a broccoli cheddar, which is one of my favorite soups. Let's see if I cooked.
Why would you ever think that?
I mean, I have proof, so...
What do you mean you have proof? Like,
you wouldn't show me any of your comedy stuff at
Oh, it looks like I really cooked. Looks like Gordon Ramsay's here.
all. So I found out about one of your shows, and I snuck in.
I'm a genius. I deserve a like right now for genuinely calling that right before. I'm a genius. Let's go.
The stuff you were saying about me was so just not okay at all to put in a stand-up routine. I mean, I took a video.
Oh, let's go. I want to hear it. Oh my
I mean,
God,
if
I'm
you
excited.
really want me to be specific, I have
She looks really pissed.
that.
I guess I would, because I might have had like a few jokes about you, but
Oh
I never
no,
put
Ross.
your personal life on blast or anything like that. Like,
Play the
Can I
video.
please show him the video?
Yeah, you can show. Yeah, we're gonna come over there. We want to watch it as well.
That's how I would be. Like, yeah, let's play right now. 4K.
Okay.
Let's see.
I was gonna say, I have this new girlfriend, man, and she's like crazy. She's like teaching me all this stuff, like 71, like 69 with 2 fingers.
Okay.
She's gonna be the branch manager of my spank bank forever. The only thing is, she calls me daddy. It's like, that's a lot of responsibility. I mean, I'm gonna wear my jean shorts, but go to some PTA and get the girls I really want. Like, thank you for teaching me all these things.
Let me be honest. I don't even know what is that even a joke? I was waiting for some punchline there. What was even the joke? I feel like he was just saying things. Okay. All right. I mean, that was interesting, but also, I mean, he is talking about her, what she does in the bedroom, which is obviously not great, especially if you don't know that's coming. But I mean, that was I don't know. Whatever. Let's see where this goes.
I mean, so what? Because of these like 3 jokes, like, you could have just told me not to say those jokes because.
No, because it was not okay for you to ever say those jokes. You referred to my daddy issues, which is really not okay.
Okay, true.
Growing up without a dad, my whole life.
That's pretty
And you
bad.
just want to make a little joke about it. I have to live with that. With all that that you're saying about me comes from all this deep baggage that I have to live with. And yeah, you can just make jokes about it, but I don't get to do that.
You could have just sat me down instead of just pretending that like I don't exist anymore. I don't know. It's just like kind of.
I mean, maybe that's a little fair too. Like, I think that's messed up of him, but then also there's a way to communicate. Like, hey, I don't like what you're saying about me. You know, because of this, and this, comedy aside. Instead of just like blocking him and stuff. But you know, I don't know. People deal with things in different ways.
Kind of ridiculous to me.
Are you serious?
This is it. This is why the past 9 months I've been sitting like racking my brain wondering, what am I missing? Am I an idiot? And it's about this, my stand-up. Like,
You were making jokes about how our sex life is really crazy and I'm really experienced.
oh my God, it's a joke though.
Our sex life is absolutely no one else's business. It's embarrassing, honestly. And the
That's a
really
fair take.
thing is I don't know how many times you did that. I don't know how many clubs you went to and
Because
said
I guess, you know, you don't want people to know about that stuff, especially if you don't know about it that they're doing it. So I get that.
those jokes.
He's got kind of like, it's not about his eyes, man. He's kind of scary. Maybe it's the black and white, but he looks kind of zombie-ish. I'm saying, Ross kind of scaring me a little bit.
I trusted you. You broke that trust. And instead of just being like, oh yeah, I messed up. That was really bad of me to do. You're just making excuses and being like, oh, it's just a joke.
Oh, Ross, come on. Be a time to offer up a hug and an apology. Sad music. Here comes the sad music. Here comes an apology from Ross.
It's
okay. He's so awkward.
I want to give her a hug right now.
There you go. That's what
It's all out on the table, and it's time for the moment of truth.
I'm going to say he's going to want to be with her still. She's going to say ghost.
Will they make up?
No.
Or will they ghost?
I don't think so.
Jordan.
I'm going to be honest, though. I think that the fact that if she was really, really in love with him, then was in a new relationship, which felt like maybe a month or so later, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that she was into him as much as he was into her. That's just what I think. Now, I would just be making an assumption, but that's what I think. I don't think she. I don't know. I think this, he went out of his way to get her. He went out of his way then to get her again here on the show. She was able to just say goodbye. Like, I think if you really, really, really like someone, it's really hard to ghost them and block them and stuff. So, I don't know. That's why I think she's going to bail and he's going to try his best to stay here. And
I want to say sorry for
look at that.
ruining our trust and disrespecting you in the process.
Jordan, do you have any last words for Ross?
I just wish you'd asked me first before doing that.
Also fair. That's a fair take. Like, hey, I'm going to do some stand-up routines. You're a big part of my life. I was going to have some jokes. Maybe we can go through some of them. That's also fair. I think all the thing that happens in all these episodes and all of these shows, Catfish, whatever, is just communication. Like, if you just communicate properly, it can avoid you being on national television, sitting on clear chairs in front of rapper T Mills, in front of your ex-girlfriend. And then some loser like me is talking about you on a reaction channel. You could avoid that if you just talked and communicated. That's the lesson here.
That's it.
I'm gonna have you each send a final text.
I love the final text thing.
Will you decide to make up
It's so dramatic.
or ghost?
You know what they should do? If you say you're going to ghost, if you say you want to make up, you should send the text. It goes through in a blue bubble. If you send the ghost text, it should go through with the green bubble. You know what I'm saying? Producers of the show, if it ever comes back out, you can borrow that. Also, a random side note. Did anyone else's iMessage go down the other day? I was having a conversation with my friend, my ex-roommate Brian, and my text started going green. And I was like, what the hell? I took my Wi-Fi off, went back to Wi-Fi. Then I texted my one friend just to test everything, my friend Pete, and that went green. I was like, hello? Is something happening? And then luckily, the one thing I do for everything is I just go to Twitter and search. And before I even had the chance to search, iMessage was trending. And I was like, oh. That was the first time I was like, is this what it feels like having an Android again? Because I had an Android until like 2013, 2014. And then I switched over to the iPhone. And they have made me programmed to thinking that a green text, it means like you don't get it. Like, it says send a text message to me. You're not getting that text because it didn't go blue. Even though you are. It's a psychological thing. Honestly, Apple's genius. They're smart. They knew what they were doing. But yeah, I don't know. Did anyone else freak out about that? Or does no one else care? Because for me, I was like, what the hell? It's a comfort thing. Okay, sorry, back to this. Get ready. I'm right again. She's ghosting. He's making up. It's obvious. Here we go.
Ross, what was your decision?
Imagine he says he wants to ghost and she wants to make up with the ultimate reversal.
Decided to
Ross, we know what you're about to say, buddy. Just get it out of the way.
ghost.
What? Wait a second. I just said that as a joke. You're kidding. Nah, if she says make up, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So, okay, hold on. Hold on. This makes no sense. You just tried to get in contact with her for 9 months, so now you can just ghost her again after she... What? What? Oh my god, if she said make up, this is so ridiculous. Oh my God, what is this?
After hearing the reason why you ghosted me, it kind of changed the way I felt for the past 9 months.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, I'm sorry for what I did, but I thought that we had a pretty open line of communication. I would rather have a relationship where if I do mess up like that, we could talk about it.
Wow, he's spinning it on her.
Jordan, what did you decide?
Oh my God, if she said makeup, this is so ridiculous.
I decided to ghost.
Okay, good. They both hate each other. I had a feeling she was going to ghost. He tried to do the old checkmate. I think this is the first time I've ever seen both people ghost. Well, good for you guys. The show is called Ghosted. Now they should, like, disappear. They should put, like, sheets, like, ghosts and disappear. She's like, I chose ghost because I hate you, Ross.
Jordan, can you please explain your decision?
I trusted you, and after you broke that trust, I don't think that that's something that I could ever get back.
Fair.
You broke my heart.
Damn. This is really awkward.
Now that some time has passed,
Damn, they really cut. All right, now it's 2 months later.
any chance these two have reconnected?
I would think no.
What's up, Ross? How are you, man?
I'm pretty good.
Nice, man. Well, what's been going on in Ross's life?
Yeah, we just want to check in with you.
Still trying to be funny.
Have you seen or spoke to Jordan since the last time
Nice little NC-17 hoodie.
that you guys came face to face?
No,
I didn't think so.
I'm pretty sure that's the last time I'll ever
Big old bag of gummy bears in the background.
see her.
And how do you feel about that?
In my scrapbook, Jordan is a sad thing in general for me. Thank you guys.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks,
thank you.
Ross.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Now
God
let's
bless you.
check in on Jordan.
I'm gonna guess Jordan's probably dating somebody
our
else.
ghost.
Jordan!
Hi, Jordan.
That whole thing just made me realize that I just need to make sure I can trust the person I'm with before disclosing all that personal stuff.
Thank you, Jordan. It's great to see you.
All right.
So good to see you guys.
It's so funny. They're like, all right, 8 seconds from Jordan.
Yeah, have a good summer.
Oh, thank you. Bye.
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 That's like a funny thing. Like, at least with Catfish, they get a decent, info out of them. It's like, yeah, I work at the supermarket. All right, bye. All right, so to answer the question of the title, can these exes recover from this huge betrayal? No. No, they can't. Actually, let me read some comments here. What do people say? Good for her for standing up. He looks insane. I agree. I feel so bad for her. She made perfect sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, both sides could have communicated better, but also I get it. Especially after she talked about the issues with her dad. That's a pretty bad thing to talk about. He's a weirdo when he cared. He was like, yeah, he also just didn't even say sorry. It feels like I don't know. Yeah, that's to me, that's just him being an idiot. Like, the fact that he tried to make it seem like it was her fault at the end. Like, yes, communication is one thing, like we talked about, but you got to understand where she's coming from if she opened up to a deep, dark part of her life that she went through, right? Like, that's a big deal. So, God bless both of them. And God bless Ghosted. And God bless MTV for giving us this entertainment. All right, well, I have the hiccups. Thumbs up the video, please. That's a sideways one, if you don't mind. If you haven't commented anything yet, this would be a good time to say anything about what we just watched. It's fresh. We just got the ending. And yeah, if you're here, you haven't subscribed, maybe you think you're subscribed, because maybe you're getting recommended these videos. You know how it is. You watch one video and then you're recommended a bunch of them and you don't realize it. Like, I don't realize I'm not subscribed to a ton of channels. And then some days I'll be like, let me subscribe to this channel. Like, I'm obviously watching their content. I'm obviously I'm obviously into it. So if you're one of those people, if you don't mind taking a second out to subscribe, that'd be great. I appreciate it. I'll have a new Catfish video coming up this week. Once again, sorry for the lack of videos, but nothing I can really do. I was sick, and then it was Mother's Day weekend. That's kind of a tough one for me. That whole stretch of like 3 days. I lost my mom when I was 16, so that stretch is always a little bit meh for me. I don't feel like super funny or anything. So Yeah, it was just like a tough 8 or 9 days for me. But I am here. I am back. I'm feeling good. And we're here for more content. Right here on Ryan's Average Reactions. And as always, if you want to see me watch full episodes of things on Twitch live, to chat with you one-on-one, link is always in the description, twitch.tv/notryanabe. Come on by and watch me and my chat do these things live. What's better than live? Nothing. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Appreciate you. Thanks for everything. Have a great one.